Alright, that is the end of contingency contract. That means it is time to jump into episode 12. All quiet under the thunder. Oh shit. Alright, so I don't think I've actually watched the intro for this yet. If it doesn't play though, we probably watched it last time when we finished episode 11. If it doesn't play, we will watch the YouTube version of it because I can't actually remember what the trailer was for this. Alright. Here we go. Trailer time, maybe. Let's see. No, we watched the trailer. God damn it. Alright, let me bring it up. Let me bring it up. Episode 12 trailer. Arknights. Is this it? Yes, I think this is it. Hold up, there's two versions. There's an Ines version. Is it the Ines version? It's probably the Ines version. I'll grab this. Stop. Wait, no, this is super brief. This is like 32 seconds. Or is it just that brief? I thought there was a longer one. Oh, here we go. Here we go. 3D PV from Billy. This looks more like it. Right. Game. Pause sound. Switch over to this. Boom. Alright, here we go. Episode 12 trailer. It's Ines. Oh, it was definitely Ines, not Texas on the page then. I don't know who she's running away from because I don't know who uses smoke like this. Oh yeah, that's right, the airship. Oh, all right. Episode 12, here we come. Here we come. First one, let's go. By the way, you saw the new profile pictures for the new pass in Star Rail? No? The new pass? Are you talking about the monthly pass? No, I haven't seen them. I assume they're all going to be Firefly based though, right? New red wheat seeds. A burden beast saddle. Mill operation unit. Looking for previously owned... Spine massager. May need mail order. Wait, what is this? 2 wooden coats. Winston's tailor shop. Dad's needs its hem trimmed short. The romance of... Whoa, what? The romance of Eve's. Crossed out. I said I forgot. Grab some cheap candy to tide the kids over. Ask George if he can borrow his medal. Wait, is this the airship? Oh, is that why... Because isn't the dragon Magradora or whatever her name? Isn't she on this? Piers. Yes, Captain. I heard your leave was approved. Yes, I suppose it went rather well. It's all thanks to that baby face of yours, lad. The brass occasionally want to put up a facade of caring about their subordinates. They call it good branding. I guess the brass happened to be in a good mood. The mill back home stopped working and the old carpenter there broke his leg again, so my mother asked me home to help out. 10 days of leave, minus 8 days on the road. A day and a half is more than enough for me to deal with that rickety antique. Damn. So even on his leave, 8 days of his 10 days of leave is just travel. Jeez. I left an extra half day open just in case my dad needs help tilling the other part of the field. Alright, I should pick up another dozen work gloves. The ones back home are past their prime. Is this a shopping list? That's right, Captain. Just so nothing is missing. I don't know when I'm going to get time off again. Hopefully you've earned yourself a real medal or two by then. Of course, all for Victoria. That's the kind of ambition I want to see, lad. I once knew of a bloke named Todd. He and I fought against those spire casters out on the frontier, and he earned himself a solid gold medal. What a beautiful thing that was, glittering as it hung on his chest. It shone so brightly nobody could take their eyes off of it. Our beloved Duke Windermere personally awarded him the medal, which is the highest of honours for any soldier. But at the celebration banquet later on, old Todd had a bitter look on his face. Can you guess why? Because he wasn't satisfied with the merits he earned. No, it's much worse than that. He couldn't lift his mug to take a swig of beer. His hands got replaced with a pair of wooden prosthetics. Alright. Thought that story was going somewhere else. I guess not. Oh, it's still docked. Oh, it hasn't even taken off yet. Okay. The veteran officer grins, showing a mouthful of yellowed teeth. The young soldier laughs dryly. He knows this is one of the officer's many poor jokes. The wind is so strong on the deck that the soldier has to hold on to the brim of his hat, letting out a loud yet harmless sneeze. No matter the season or weather, standing on the deck of the prancing high-speed battleship always makes one want to wrap himself in his coat. The young soldier thinks to himself, Wells is in charge today. How many cans of rations did that pudgy, bold man swipe? But the creamy vegetable chowder he makes is without equal. And if fortune is on his side, that old bastard might even throw in a healthy serving of foul beast into the soup. He figures that he should leave after the sun sets and he finishes dinner. The mobile fortress they're stationed in has already reached Londinium's vicinity. When the weather is clear, they can even see the pinnacle of the Shard on the horizon. After returning to the station, he'd board the logistics squad's transport vehicle and head to the nearest town first, where he'd be able to have a drink or two at the tavern. In the early morning, there'd be cobblers heading into town to sell their wares. 2 boxes of tobacco would let them hitch a ride. The young soldier recalls those barns from back home, always filled with the fermented smell of composted straw. Even now that smell occasionally wafts to him in his dreams, making him want to pinch his nose. But at the same time, it represents a connection with his hometown. If it only occurs occasionally, then so be it. He furrows his brows quietly, deciding not to continue deluding himself with these sentiments. Even if it's only occasional, he doesn't want to experience that stench again. He must admit that that is always the biggest impediment every time he returns home. Ugh, the fog's rising again. I'll never get used to Londinium's bloody weather. Wasn't much better when we were stationed at Lithanion's outskirts, but at least you could enjoy a little sunshine in the afternoon. Go, tell the captain. We can't see a thing at this weather observation outpost. Something's interfering with the radar too. We should head back. Caster's forces are obediently maintaining formation. Gododin moved his men further back. Other than a few familiar faces in the forward team, Old Wellington's main force still hasn't shown up. Other than our dear Duke Windermere, the remaining 7 dukes are watching on from the sidelines. The patrol's over. Sir, that's Sarkaz. None of our business. The brass always have their own agenda. But I heard that Londiniums... Piers, I've been a soldier for over a decade. After drinking and playing cards, the most important thing I've picked up from being in the army is... those rumors you hear are always bunkum and balderdash. Never pay any heed to them. The officers in the back have their eyes on the map and will take care of everything. Ours is but to do and die. Isn't it our duty to defend Victoria? Only they can decide what Victoria is, boy. Our job is simply to follow orders. Go on, head back. Our day of peace is over. I ought to treat myself to a hot shower. This damn fog's making my bones ache. Maybe things have been too stressful these days. The young soldier begins to thank himself for taking some time off to unwind. The battlefield always puts people on edge, even more so when you don't know where when or where war will break out, or who you can trust. He thinks to himself, it's a bit clammy. He lifts his hand to undo the first button of his shirt, seeing as how his dear officer had just declared the end of the armistice. A little disregard for protocol shouldn't matter. He thinks of the fireplace back home. A few years ago he came home wearing a brand new military outfit, unwilling to undo even a single button despite sweating profusely from the heart of hearth. From that, the young lass Shirley laughed at him for quite some time. The young soldier curls the corner of his lips. Huh, that's why I didn't bring you your sappy romance novel, Payback. Bro, did that battleship just get, like, deleted? What? Main cannon output is normal. Confirming target destroyed. What? Good. Begin preparations for the next phase. The Dukes will react soon. Still so curious what she's doing. Your Highness. Your Highness. A new face. Yes, Your Highness. I was just promoted from the mercenary unit by the General. It is the greatest honor. You've always been my... It's an honor to make your acquaintance as well. What is your name? My name is... Whispers. I don't have a formal name. They just call me Elbow. Damn, I should have picked a name from a book. Elbow? Why that name? It's nothing. I just got burnt when I was drinking soup. I mean, it's a stupid story, hardly worth your attention, Your Highness. You must have been holding your bowl too high. No, it was Plug. That bastard ran into me. The next time I see him, I swear. Your Highness. Oh, I'm sorry, General. Your Highness. You may leave. It seems you still have a lot of work to do. I heard you're serving creamy vegetable chowder at the airship garrison tonight. Don't miss supper time. Thank you, Your Highness Teresa. When each battle ends, the Sarkaz have a home to return to. We'll be able to return to Casdell soon, right? Of course. We'll see about that. I prefer to be with them rather than with the aristocrats of the royal court. Each and every moment, the collective souls of the Sarkaz force me to my knees, immersing me in our long and painful history. But these newly grown children, give me a tangible sense of the future. And what should we do with this future? Consign it to another round of wars sweeping across the land? When scorched earth spreads as far as the eye can see, will these new seedlings sprout as we hope? Hope is as weighty as ever, Manfred. Your Highness, In accordance with the military commission's plans, a section of Londinium has been detached. As of right now, it has arrived at the designated location, parked between the main city and the Duke's encirclement. It will become the cornerstone and launch pad of our next offensive, and this airship will also temporarily dock there. The Duke of Windermere should soon receive news that her high-speed battleship has been destroyed, but she also cannot ignore the threat this airship poses, which in turn will help the Nazshahir King's front develop. In accordance with the Regent's instructions, we must next take a look outside, General. Manfred turns to look out the window. He is forced to admit that the carefully planned flames burning before his eyes are not as exhilarating as he had imagined. The firelight is blinding. A war has finally broken out. According to the military commission's projections, the Dukes will cautiously proceed with military operations within 16 hours. We have already made our preparations. No, the war never ended. It is not only ranks ripping through our ranks. What? That sentence doesn't make sense. It is not only ranks ripping through other ranks that is worthy of the name of war. Those eyes lurking behind the curtains, those curses whispered in the dead of night, those suppressed cries are all war. Oh, I think I know what she was saying with this. It's not when two armies meet is essentially what she's saying up here that is worthy of the name of war. Got it. Those compatriots who perished alone in the barrens, those robes dragged across the ground during the black processions, those Casdell bricks and tiles sealed away in a collector's glass display case, are also all war. War has always been a part of us. We simply pushed it out for all to see once again. Even if the flames of war were ignited in Victoria, Casdell has always been a part of the battlefield. I've already made many plans with the General about this. No, Manfred, that's not what I was asking. I simply observed that beneath our feet, the shadow of this airship covers all indiscriminately. She sure loves to yap. Not as much as Kaushi. Put an end to it, General. If this ultimately is proven to be the only way for the Sarkaz, then drown tears with tears, and bury suffering with suffering. This is the only way. I will carry out your will, Your Highness. At least she was talking about something relevant too. When you go to frickin' Kaujit's frickin' novel that she writes, it's like, did you know the history of the hot dog? It's like, what? Stop. You see that? No mistake about it. Looks like it came straight out of a storybook. The harbinger of destruction, the prophet of turmoil, nightmare given form. So, you ever see that gloom pincer as big as a mountain, lugging along its chest of perfume? Yep, just like red-nosed Humbert talked about. Nine said before, you are in no condition to be drinking. I only had a sip. I don't have much time left. Leave me with my last bit of hope. You still remember that night on the snowfield, right? Everyone was freezing to death, and Red-Nosed Humbert told us about a strange legend from his village. Sorry, I signed on in Victoria. Oh, really? I thought... Yeah, Red-Nosed Humbert died back in Ursus. He was a good guy. Took at least 4 of us patrol unit bastards with him. Damn it, you would have appreciated him and his stories. Got to pour one out for him. Yeah, this character hasn't been around for a while. I'm curious what they're gonna do, because they're with, is it Titania? Is that her name? That doesn't seem right. She's with Chen's sister, essentially. You're drunk again, Romanik. How many times do I have to tell you? Hand over the flagon. Ma'am, I don't have much longer to live. Come on. You've still got a long life ahead of you, if you listen to the doctor. I hate doctors. They're all liars, all of them. Need these fluids. They let me see He's asleep again. Toss him a blanket. We can't be too far from Londinium now. Yeah, if we're lucky, we'll be able to see those city walls in just over a week. It'd be faster if we could fix that piece of junk car. You don't see catastrophes too often around Londinium, but given the current situation, it's virtually impossible not to bump into any of the Duke's troops. And none of them are gonna welcome us. Then, throw the Sarkaz on top. We need to be even more cautious during our subsequent operations. We need to find our trapped people, whether they still think they're our people or not. Getting everyone back together is difficult, but we still feel the same pain and share the same sorrow. Those feelings never stop chasing us, and they force us to keep moving forward. I'm not saying that just to cope, but this is the only thing we can do with full peace of mind. Let those infected on the verge of despair know that they still have comrades out there, and that their lives aren't disposable. Someone's approaching. Stay where you belong. Here we go. We're going to get the name. Tallulah, that's it. Not Titania. Tallulah. 9. I'm just getting a breath of fresh air. Fine. I have my eye on you. Flames are burning. Out there in the distance. They've been burning for some time now. Hopefully it's just a patch of woods struck by lightning. Our squad will cross over. Lightning, huh? I saw you were making stew back at camp. I was just helping out the cook. She still had 2 baskets of potatoes to get through. I gave it a taste. Wasn't too bad. Alina... Rip Alina. I mean... An old friend once taught me a few things. Bro, when the next Arknights anime comes out, they're going to be doing, or the next season of it, they're going to be doing the big Tallulah arc. That's going to be so good. Oh. Map done. Glad to put CC behind me. That CC wasn't actually too bad. CC was pretty decent, actually. Usually I get hard stock on them. Maybe I've just leveled up enough decent characters though. Maybe I've finally leveled to that content. I mean, an old friend once taught me a few things. I thought I'd forgotten it all. If you're still willing to play a part before facing justice, I won't stop you. But you'd best remember who you are, Tallulah. We'll be watching you. All of us. I know. Start packing up, it's time to go. Oh. Huh? I fell asleep. Damn it. Come on, 9. Take pity on this old man and let me have another sip. Otherwise, I'm as good as dead today. Ugh. Did you see that? The edge of the sky is blood red. Red-nosed Humbert said... He said that's a good omen. A good omen, I tell you. He said that was... the other shore? Victory? I don't exactly remember. Maybe it means tomorrow will be a good day, my friends. Originate Prime. Tutorial. Alright, so this is probably going to introduce us to a new mechanic, huh? This is a very small map. Start. Oh damn, we got an E2 Cicero. Oh my god, these are all E2. I don't have any of these characters E2'd. For this special operation in Norport, we'll start with limited initial deployment resources. 20. Okay. Oh, it's this mechanic again, where civilians are hiding. God damn it. Fortunately, victorious citizens will come to our aid and replenish our deployment resources once they enter our protection zone. However, there are spies hidden among them. Our operators will begin to identify any unidentified civilians once they enter their attack range or become blocked. Okay, we'll determine if they are spies. Cool, cool, cool. So, they're within attack range, but it still takes some time, right? Okay, they're good, I think. I think that means they're good. Yeah. Let him through, please. Oh, yeah, he's passing. Nice. Legitimate civilians will no longer be blocked. Yes, I'm aware of these mechanics. Also, doesn't Siege have her sword now? Wasn't that at the end of last episode that she had the... I forget what the sword was called, but... Isn't she going to be like OP now? Wait, no, he's going the other way. Hey, that guy looks kind of sus. Is he a spy? Subtle differences in their behavior. What's the subtle difference in behavior? Do they walk differently? I don't think they do. I think he's just moving to a different location. Look, we've detected signs that that one's a spy. Quick, crews, take him out. Fire! Why aren't you firing? Uh-oh. Suspicious individuals reveal their true colors a little while after they're identified. Stop the spies. Let's stop you there. Yeah, that'll work. That mechanic is only introduced now? Yeah, I know, right? I thought this was introduced ages ago. I assume we probably need a healer. Spies either move differently or go different places. Yeah. So all the ones on the right side of the map are going to be spies, I assume. Let's get the mage out here. Slower or faster? Oh, they actually have like different move speeds? That's cool. Alright, the last two should be dealt with here. And they're gone. Nice. Oh, she's meant to be like a little fox. Okay. Alright. 12-2. Reception party. Fine. You're the symbol of Victoria's invincibility. Our savior's here to help us. Can we get going now? Allies have greatly reduced cost limits. Okay. Ooh, okay, there's ooh. So we're gonna have to kind of split. We're gonna need 3 people capable of blocking. You know what? I'm gonna clear this. Let's pick a new team. Let's pick a team we don't use often. Actually, what's the recommended level? Oh, it's an elite level 1 60. Let's try new characters out. Let's bring in Skadi. Even though she's not new, I barely use her. Let's bring in Fiametta. Bybeak, because we said we were going to use her. Hibiscus. Thorns, because we haven't really used Thorns properly yet. Let's take Penance. Silent, sure. Let's take Santala. Platinum. Who else have we not really played character-wise? Oh god, all these ones I have played ages back, but I definitely played them. Oh my god, Franca! Let's take... oh my... I'm struggling to find ones I haven't played. Oh, Chew. Let's take Chew as the healer. No, I've played all them. 9-colored deer. I'm not actually sure what 9-colored deer does. Oh, she turns into a healer. Okay. Yeah. What does puzzle do? With full HP? Nah, not interested in that one either. Let's take Spuria. Oh, that's it. There we go. This is our team. It's scuffed, but that's what we're after. We're here for the scuffed. Franca deserves a play. Yeah, I could have put Franca in, but I've played Franca quite a bit in the past. She was like one of the first characters I ever got. Alright. We've confirmed that a high-speed warship belonging to the Duke of Windermere was attacked by an unknown Sarkaz weapon. There were no survivors. Our preliminary conclusion is that the weapon in question is indeed the structure that briefly appeared in the skies over Londinium. Based on frontline evaluation from the remote observation team, the weapon's powerful mid-air suspension abilities and the efficiency of its Originium arts generator deserves due caution. It is impossible to evaluate the Sarkaz's technological base for manufacturing large-scale armed aerial vehicles, given the information we currently have. We are in the process of gathering more intel. However, until it has been proven that the Sarkaz possess the technological means to mass-produce such weapons, we would recommend against categorizing this target at the highest threat level for the time being, as countermeasures have already been deployed. Is it Ines? Is the countermeasure Ines? It should also be noted that Norport Borough, Londinium's old logistics district, was separated from the main body of Londinium City yesterday. It's a logistics district. Why would they separate that? The plate is now docked by itself between the city and the Londinium peripheral front formed by the various dukes. We have reason to suspect that the Sarkaz are trying to convert this plate into a forward operating base, using it to support their slate of large-scale military operations in the foreseeable future. Oh, that makes sense then if it's logistics. So they're just moving the logistics closer to the front to make resupplying quicker. It will likely also be used as a temporary stop for that large-scale Sarkaz weapon. Oh, it has like an air dock? The current commander of the Londinium Defense Forces, Lieutenant Colonel Latour, issued a statement claiming that Norport was accidentally separated from Londinium's main body due to technical reasons. A large number of Londinium's citizens still remain on the plate, and the Defense Forces are preparing to launch a rescue plan for these citizens. The remote observation team has provided several photos taken on the scene. Oh. At the moment, we are not planning any large-scale operations against this plate. However, intelligence personnel believe that a series of irregular staffing transfers between the Duke of Windermere's mobile fortress and urn-clad Galavay over the last 8 hours is likely related to the situation in Norport. Several analysts have pointed out that the Duke of Windermere's military claims to this plate are more radical than we previously anticipated, and the specific reasons behind this warrant a more in-depth investigation. We are monitoring the other Duke's attitude and subsequent actions in response to this Sarkaz attack, and will be submitting routine analysis reports at shorter intervals. Awaiting further instructions. Technical reasons? How unsophisticated. But it gets the job done. They know full well that we all care greatly about our own reputations, especially in the face of Victoria's coming future. So, they also decided to throw out a bit of bait. A flying fortress, huh? It pains me to say this, but as long as they're holding Norport Borough at gunpoint, things are going to get messy. Now even Wellington doesn't have the nerve to rush over with his high-speed warship, rain fire down on the old logistics area and snatch away his new toy. But he won't be able to resist that temptation. Affirmative. The Duke of Wellington's troops have sped up their advance. We suspect he's already gained intel on the airship. This massive airship is indeed beyond our calculations, and it has the potential to reshape future wars. But as the intelligence says, we're far from the point of things spiraling out of control. According to our estimates, even if the Sarkaz had a secret channel for transporting supplies, they wouldn't have had the time or resources to build multiple airships. Those damn devils can hardly bring out the value of this technology, but perhaps we can. That's right. Naturally, this is extremely important to me. Even if I don't give the order, I expect that you'll bring it to me. However, our gaze ought to be cast wider than just this singular piece of technology. What really worries me is we've let the Sarkaz run amok in the Shard for far too long. Even the most dim-witted fools will eventually figure out what lies behind those buttons and levers. Allerdale, I don't blame her. She was never ambitious enough. That was her strong suit, and I allowed her to keep it. But it doesn't look like there's any way to make use of our Stone of the Sword. Rest assured, the dukes who supported you, along with their vassals, are still resolutely on your side. I promise them peace and safety, and I will deliver. Forever honor one's commitments. That has always been the motto of House Caster since ancient times. Trilby Asher is already being dealt with. Naturally, they always have a way. Then, Your Grace, about the citizens of Norport. Lieutenant Colonel Latour said that he was preparing a rescue plan. You won't go wrong putting your trust in that ghoulish commander. I've met him before. He's an interesting man. The Sarkaz have never publicly claimed to occupy Londinium, as it has nominally been under the control of the defense forces. And this Lieutenant Colonel has managed to survive in his position for 4 years without getting caught up in any major trouble either. We all know that those devils are like, so that fact alone is respectable enough. Who knows, maybe he's more keen on becoming a savior than we are. I see what you're saying. Getting the right people into the right positions and turning valued friends into truly loyal partners, it's harder than we initially expected. Old Wellington knows what I want, and I know what he wants. But we've never talked about those things openly. We naturally helped each other, all while keeping an extra knife sharpened for one another. Poor thing. Windermere's been playing with the Lithanians for so long, it might be a while until he remembers how Victoria works. Indeed. We still don't quite understand why the Duke of Windermere is so keenly interested in Norport's affairs. Does she also want that airship technology? Maybe she wants to add another card to her hand. She knows she's in for a rough time soon. With opportunity comes desire. Both are as honey, equally effective at leading people into the abyss. That cousin of mine failed to understand this, which is why he's been dead for 26 years. You know, he still appears in my dreams from time to time. Can't say I ever liked him. He was a bombastic, self-righteous boy. When we were young, he'd run up and down the corridors of the palace, spouting quotes from past kings he saw in some book. And he'd always spew the same trite platitudes. A role model for the masses. Noblesse oblige. What have you. He treated those words as his guiding compass, though they probably didn't even come from the kings they were attributed to. In all likelihood, they were flattering embellishments added by the royal archivists. He actually believed those words and paid the price for it. But despite all that, I sometimes still miss him. During those years he was still around, we could pretend that all was well. But now, even the dullest of men must open their eyes. Open their eyes and bear witness to all our ugliness, covetousness, and opportunism. War has broken out, and its advent has fulfilled everyone's wishes at all. Your Grace, is this also your chance to unite Victoria? Ha! Unity. Victoria has been trodden upon and sullied for far too long. You have the right to restore her glory. This war is for Victoria. No, no, my child. This war is not for Victoria alone. Victoria? We love to speak the name of our country. No, it's nothing more than a rag to cover festering abscesses when the people are in need of morality, an empty husk to exploit hope when the people are in need of dignity. All those farmers, labourers, soldiers, and nobles, all these who despise each other, who grope at each other's throats, why does lumping them all together make the great Victoria? When they speak of Victoria, what is it that they refer to? The fields they've tilled for half a lifetime? The factories they've gorged on their blood and tears? Collections of looted artifacts? Great halls of imported carpets, a splotch of colour with a line of text on an atlas, or a news headline and a set of economic figures on a television set? Or is it the vast, glorious and invincible empire built upon the foundations of each man's imagination? Let us prepare ourselves. Let us wait with bated breath. Take a good look. Witness where this war will take us. So I'm assuming she's one of the dukes. I'm not sure if we've actually met her yet. Good day, sir. Let me guess. You want to be strung up on that fence too, huh? To be honest, I don't have a lot of fun with that job. I suggest you turn around and crawl back to where you belong. No, please, wait, good sir. The others just wanted me to come talk to you. That's not what I meant. We just have a few trivial issues. So if you could show us a bit of mercy. When did you Victorians start taking us devils for such a bunch of bleeding hearts? All we wanted was to know what's going on in Norport Borough. Nothing worth mentioning. What if... Look, we can still scrounge up some valuable trinkets. Surely you've heard of Sargon's gems. I have a number of them here. Get lost. I get it, you're not interested, huh? I also have a collection of old ghoulish paintings that are said to be priceless. Oh, alright. Maybe I was out of line to say that. This is going to cost me my life, isn't it? How about a Sancta Patron firearm? I just happen to have one stashed away back home. Interesting. You got your hands on an Angel's Guardian gun, huh? Oh, it's not mine though. It's just for safekeeping. Heavens, those angels from the notarial hall are going to flay me alive if they find out. But if you're interested, I just happen to hear you, the Sarkaz enjoy collecting them, so... Listen up, I prefer my angelic toys freshly looted from a pile of corpses. Now piss off. Sarkaz, we just want to know what's going on. This is a perfectly legitimate request. So many of us have been driven out of our homes and crammed into a little ghetto with no place to live, no food, and no freedom. Now all we want is an explanation. Are all these houses not good enough for you? Pick a door, any door, knock on one of them, and get your sorry ass inside. What more do you want? A bathtub with a built-in back massager? You can't treat us like this. Where are the defense forces? I personally know Latour and I want to speak with him. We haven't broken any rules. That's a new character. Who dat? That's enough, mister. Be careful. They're armed. Let go of me. What do I have to be careful for? Listen up, Sarkaz. I've lived here for 30 years. This is my city. This is my neighborhood. I know you've taken over those factories. I know you lust after Londinium's wealth, so take it. Splitting off a few factories won't put a dent in Victoria's glory. But I am my own man. Not even the king can take my home. Tell me, why did Norport Borough drive out of Londinium overnight? What's the meaning of all these walls outside the borough? Hey, are you trying to get yourself killed? What possessed you into thinking that you could challenge my authority? Wait, please, good sir. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Rip. What a waste. Listen up, you sorry worms. To tell the truth, I'd like nothing more than to slaughter each and every one of you right now. Seeing your faces make me sick. But the boss says you lot are still useful. So I promised him I'd show a little restraint. This is the grace I've afforded you, but know that I can take it back just as easily. Hurry, run, get away from here. Oh, I didn't think he was going to hit anyone else. Uh-oh. Help! Run. Run as fast as you can, pathetic Victorians. You've had your fun already. Now it's your time to get a taste of the life once forced onto us. Hide in every nook and cranny. Hide beneath every shadow. Rip up your morality and swallow your dignity. This is everything we Sarkaz have experienced. Now rejoice, because it's yours too. Call it equality. This is the kind of equality you've never known. Explain myself. Answer your questions. No, this is war, you dipshits. Learn it, embrace it, just like we did for thousands of years. Oh no, he's crying. Wait, is he gonna get chased down? Where am I? Stop your blubbering already. Do you think they invited you here for a picnic? You can guess where the people who weren't so willing to come ended up. You're another new character. Bard? I'm gonna go with Bard. Call me Bard. You're hurt and you need your wounds dressed. Follow me. It's interesting that I've seen 2 new characters already that I've never seen before, and I assume they're playable. So I've probably missed them somewhere. Okay, you go that way. We only have 1 tank. That's fine. Let's do this. Actually, let's put him back 1. Oh, 1, not 2. Okay, these guys are already moving across. Uh-oh. 12 is the next thing we can get up. I'm not sure how good this guy's going to be in terms of tankiness. He's going to do okay. I think it's... Oh no, the other lane's about to start. We need another melee person. Let's try and get Bybeak up. Oh, it's a big guy. Uh-oh. Wait, we're at max? Uh-oh. We might actually just have to put Scardy out. Oh, okay, she's not taking too much damage. That's good. And then let's put Hibiscus to try and heal them. Oh, this guy is 100% a spy. Look at him, he's not following the same path. I think he's also maybe walking faster than the others. If I put something that can block these guys here, I can maybe scan a couple of them before they get to thorns. Let's put Bybeak there. Puzzle is starting to get beaten up a little bit. Ah, what? Oh, this guy only blocks 1? Oh my god. I need more damage. He's already down. Okay, we might get rid of Puzzle. Puzzle seems kind of short. He does not seem good. She heals when she does this, right? You can deploy a support drone. Oh, he's dead. Oh my god, and we can't afford a penance. Oh my god. Still can't afford a penance. Oh my god, we're so poor. Wait, are they taking damage over time? Wait, no, these two aren't. Does she just take damage? Oh, it continuously loses HP over time. Did not realize that. Oh, there's no other ranged. I assume she stops losing health. Oh, she's not like Fiametta. I thought she was going to stop losing health at 1 HP. Finally, we get out the penance. She's already speaking Italian to me. What does this do? Is this healing? Her talent. Oh, it's giving sanctuary. Right. So it's increasing everyone's HP. Yeah, Bybee doesn't seem terribly strong. Maybe she needs to be E2'd before she fully starts showing how strong she is. Oh, we're at the Glasgow Club. Alright, we should be safe here. Kada, it's still a mess outside. We're most certainly not in Londinium anymore. I reckon we can see the situation outside the plate from the top of the old loading tower, but I can't get near it. It's outside the restricted area. And I reckon even if you could spot anything, it wouldn't mean a thing. The Sarkaz keep a close eye and there are too many of them. New character again? Who you? Alright. And what's the old bloke's story? He was trying to talk terms with the Sarkaz. And how'd that turn out? Take a look yourself. There. That's about all I can do. Bandaging your wound. Thank you. Goodness, why? Just what happened? What else could have happened? The Sarkaz have been in Londinium for 4 years now. You can't possibly still think they were invited here by that poor sod Cavendish as his guests, right? But they haven't ever what? You must be one of those noblemen who never leave their mansions and need their maids to fetch them their morning grist milk. Or cyst milk. Ooh, that sounds awful. How'd you fall so low as to find yourself in Norport? No, I'm but a scholar. I've merely run into certain troubles financially. As soon as I finish my manuscript, I shall... Drat, the manuscript is still in my study. Bard, you really got a knack of finding these poor, down-on-their-luck bastards, don't you? Would you at least have some respect? If all goes well, it's very likely I will become the Royal Academy of Sciences' next academician. I don't even know what that is. Very likely. I still don't understand. The news kept saying that all is well. What more do you want them to say? Friends and citizens, I sincerely regret to inform you that Londinium is now a shithole. The special instructors that they sent to the newspaper officials, officers and TV stations actually earned their keep, you know. Did you see whose flag they're flying above the munitions factory in Highbury? If not, you've got to at least remember the fire in Octorig the other day, right? But the war? What about the defense forces, the Dukes? Aren't they defending us all around Londinium? How can this be? The Sarkaz can't possibly triumph over the Dukes, can they? The devils are a bunch of savages who cower in the wilderness, but Victoria is the greatest country across all the lands. Who told you that? Did you realize that out of nowhere while munching on cake at home? I didn't feel that way at all when the dibbles held me against the wall and frisked me. What is a dibble? Is that an English, like, slang word? Puzzle is good when there are SP debuffs on stage, or if you pair him with Stainless. As an agent, he's borderline good either way. Alright, next Accommodation. Off you go. You don't belong here. But where can I go? My flat is not in this lockdown zone, and I haven't the slightest idea where my loyal servant is. I know no one here. Ugh. What can you do? Medical work, sewing, repair, anything? My research is in heraldry. You scholarly chaps ever studied how to turn air into stakes? Well, it is by no means my area of expertise, but I'd imagine it's a little difficult. Bard, stop bringing these fancy lads back, will you? He doesn't even understand sarcasm. We don't have a lot of supplies on hand here. Maybe he can help Delphine manage the warehouse? Oh my god, new character, Delphine. Bard, stop trying to pass all your problems to me. I can't very well watch him die on the streets. At times like this, we have to come together and unite as one. Even having one extra man on board is more power to us. Come together, ugh. I wish Parliament and the Dukes would learn from you people. We wouldn't have to fallen to where we are today. You think they're not united enough? They were all very united when it came to hanging the king. That was... never mind. I just hope we'll be of some use, Mr. Next Academician. I shall do everything in my power. Though speaking of which, who would all of you be? Who are we? Alright. Welcome to our gym, the Slobber Knocker. What? You can call us Glasgow. That's a better name. Oh, we're back here. Heidi, how have you been? To tell the truth, I haven't had any idea where you have been as of late. Ever since Mr. Adams, the bookshop owner, died, I haven't been able to reach you. I actually can't remember what happened to her. Wasn't she on the streets and then like the army was marching past? I think that was the last time we saw her. It has been a long time since I last continued our work. Forgive me, my dear friend. I never hide anything from you. But I am truly very befuddled. You once told me that peace would come again. But I can't fool myself with false hope anymore. I can't hide in my room and pretend that everything we do is still meaningful. Right? We could look at things on a broader scale, the dimension of history. Of course, peace will come. It will, eventually. And war will undoubtedly shatter it in an even crueler way. I once thought we could win, and I still hope that we will win. But Heidi, if everything that we have done amounts to nothing but self-comfort. No, not if. This might already be the truth. These books, these desks, and this school that may come crumbling down at any moment. How are they meant to stand up against the force of a new era? Heidi, I can't keep going anymore. What should I do? There's Molly. Is Molly still that frickin' guy or girl? I don't actually know what they are, but they're like a chameleon. They can turn themselves into other people, a shapeshifter. Is this real Molly or is this still fake Molly? Lady Golding, are you all right? Molly, you're back. Are you writing a letter? No, this is nothing. I just remembered a few novels that I read before. The protagonists are always charming, suave, always heading to the front lines wearing a uniform befitting of them with a pipe in their mouths. But the authors never tell us which battlefield they head to and how the trenches smell. Those who are enamored of the protagonists, both women and men, taste fine desserts with anxious hearts. Of course, we all know these are just literary techniques. The stories always end happily. Authors with a little bit of ambition might try to build what the critics call a profound atmosphere. The stories are adorned with preventable deaths, and they are always the protagonist's comrade and dearest friend, dying in the trenches to shield the hero. In the end, the wretched enemy finds themselves defeated by the hero's sword, thus restoring justice and morality. And at his fallen friend's funeral, a solemn crowd gathers to remember his heroics, as petals symbolizing honor are scattered atop the casket. This is the most emotional part. The protagonist clenches his fist, wipes his tears, and looks toward the morning sun with resolve. And without fail, they always say that hope will come and all sacrifices will be meaningful. And that's where the author stops. Let the readers imagine for themselves that truly beautiful future. Let them bask in that stately feeling in the end. I'm surprised you read these kinds of novels. It was years ago. Everyone was that age once. I used to be obsessed with these books when I was still a young girl. I wasn't very attached to the protagonists actually, but I was indeed obsessed with those deaths. Sometimes I imagined myself one of those heroes who sacrificed themselves for their cause, and the masses would sing my praises for the era I helped create, or, at the very least, my sacrifice. How childish. Later on I thought I'd be clear-headed enough to see past these sugar-coated fantasies. But then I started to notice there might be nothing inherently different between who I am now and who I was back then. Don't say that. You told the children yourself. Death is a solemn topic. Did I? I don't remember. Perhaps it was just the lectures that I've got so used to giving. How was procurement today? Not too bad. The situation on the streets isn't very serious. The prices at the shops haven't gone up, though there were more city defense soldiers than usual. And the Sarkaz soldiers, they're not as secretive as they used to be. But everyone is pretending as if nothing has happened, except what used to be Norport. There is nothing left except the support structures extending from the surrounding districts. What about those places? I need to apologize to you again. I should never have dragged you into this. It's just Latour has his eyes on me, and every time I step out the door I find myself followed by several ill-meaning men. I had no choice but to make a gamble that you are not on their watch list yet. No, it's just a watcher that's closer. They're a collective entity? Wait, they're a collective entity? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, I'm glad to do my part for Londinium. It's just that the places you told me about were all pretty quiet. I used the passwords, but no one answered. Maybe they've already given up. No, they're all stronger than I am. Much stronger. But I found a letter. It should be for you, so I didn't open it. No, this isn't their handwriting. The letter has practically all the information on the Self-Salvation Corps communications. What? But how could that... This is a threat. They know us like the back of their hand. Then what should we do, Lady Golding? Molly, I'll have another list of places for you. I've never been to these bases myself. No! She's being... Damn, how effective, huh? Oofed. I've never been to these bases myself, but having analyzed the flow of information, they should be there. She's literally giving the bases to the enemy. She doesn't know any better. She doesn't know any better. Oi, oi, oi. I shouldn't take this risk. This goes against our established practices, but this information is important to the Self-Salvation Corps, right? Many lives are on the line. Then we must do this. Oi, Molly, just as I taught you, watch out for anyone who could be tailing you, whether they are Sarkaz or not. Do not let your guard down. Look for a girl called Clavisia. Oh no, she's leading them to Clavisia. Or anyone who can get in contact with her. Tell them that the entire intelligence network has been exposed. They must evacuate immediately. Lady Golding, where are you going? To Latour's office. I'll try to buy as much time as I can for the rest of you. But relax, I'll be fine. I just hope I'm stronger than I think I am. Oofed. Doctor, I had a dream. I saw the city shrouded in dark clouds, and blood-stained Sarkaz flags flew above every building. Outside the city, Arginium grew everywhere my eyes could see. I saw a rusted throne towering above the lands. The masses kneeled before it, crying tears stained in black. I saw the person on the throne wave their arm, and the shouts that followed pierced the sky. Yet, in the shadow of the throne, the cowering men lifted their heads ever so slightly. I felt what they felt. I don't know how to describe it. It was so all over the place, so stifled. I could only make out what was on the surface, that pain and hatred. Who was that on the throne? Is this the future that the collective souls of the Sarkaz foresaw? Or is this the duty of the King of Sarkaz? Did Teresa have this dream? Could this be the sights she is looking forward to now? No, it can't be. Doctor, this dream, it doesn't mean anything, right? You're exhausted. Thank you, Doctor. Right, it was just a dream. Ooh, this character's coming out soon too. Ascalon? However you say it. I assume it's Ascalon. She comes out soon. I'm not actually sure if she's good. But yeah, we're probably going to roll on her because she's just dope looking. Amir, Doctor. Is Dr. Calzit better? Hard to say. Her body was frail to start with and her wounds are deep. Shining has attempted several solutions, but all of them are limited in their effectiveness. She has yet to awaken. Monster seems to be slowly repairing itself. Likewise, we do not have any idea how well it will recover, or whether it can actually even recover. Doctor, at the Defense Forces Command Tower, if only I... Everyone did their best. Dr. Kaushi... I never once imagined that Dr. Kaushi would one day be wounded this badly. She always solved all our problems like there were nothing. She gave us the best advice for every situation. She's Dr. Kaushi. I've never even seen her look tired. But now... Doctor. Take Amir's hand. I know. I will bear the responsibilities that are mine to bear. Rhodes Island's missions here is as far from over. But I want to see Dr. Kaushi one more time. May I? Even if it's just sitting there by her bed for a short while. Rather than staying with the wounded, you two have more important work to do. Closure wants you to know that she has finished analyzing the data from the command tower. Clavisia is calling a meeting. We need to re-evaluate the situation in Londinium. War has broken out. Then please tell us what our step should be. Feeling a little rusty? Oh my god, Scotty. Of course you are, because I don't deploy you often. Ascalon is incredible. My problem is just that she's before the most meta banner of the year. Is she before W? She's before W Alter, isn't she? Oh, that's gonna suck! I need to get so many resources to guarantee that I get W Alter, man. Ugh. Right. 12-3. Benevolent Betrayal. Villains seem to always have the upper hand over the virtuous, not because they are stronger, but because they see morality as a weapon instead of a standard. We have reduced cost limits again. What map are we looking at? Oh, that's weird. Why would they... Oh, this is probably a staging area. I bet enemies spawn in here and like stand around here for a while, and that's why these are here. Okay. Okay. This is actually a good map for Fear Meta. Fear Meta is going to be dope here. Let's get rid of Puzzle. I did not enjoy Puzzle at all. I would rather just deploy Cantable. But again, Cantable plays the same role. She wouldn't be much better. Let's just take Siege. You know what? It's her expansion. It's her story. Let's take Siege. The rest of this, I think, is still fine. Oh, Spuria's kind of scuffed because we don't have a ranged for her. Let's take Arado. I feel like I don't use Arado a lot. Ignores 40% when attacking sleeping enemies. That's actually kind of cool. I did not realize she ignored a defense on sleeping. So her plus Black Knight would actually be kind of dope. Just absolutely shred through people's armor immediately before. Oh my god, that sucks. We might be okay though, because I don't think I'm going to be rolling on anyone. So I think Degenbrecher might be the last character I roll on. And then we got a few content pieces before Ascalon comes out. So there's a while there that I can grab a bunch of resources and hopefully guarantee both. Alright, Clavigia. Amir, Doctor, you're here. Huh. As you can see, the morale here is rather low right now. It's a mess, but please pay it no mind. Ever since Aladale left, our logistics have been in shambles. But given the problems we face, this is the best solution we have. We lost many men in our last battle. We once thought that these sacrifices would not be in vain, and that as long as we stopped the Sarkaz's projects, everything would still be salvageable. Regrettably, they acted much faster than we anticipated. The Sarkaz, not only do they have the shard, they also built that airship. The report has been distributed to everyone. The airship attacked the Duke of Windermere's army out in the open. The illusion of peace has shattered. As for the shard, if the Sarkaz willingly started this war, then their control of the shard must have proceeded much further along than we expected. I'm too afraid to make this gamble. Aladale once told me the legend of this sword. She said that the size of kings capable of rending catastrophes asunder is Victoria's strongest shield, with which the country can defend against the storms pulled toward it. And she must also have told you that the stone of the sword beneath the palace exists precisely because there are few who can activate this power. Siege, do you really feel nothing from that sword? Maybe, I don't know, Like a sense of being summoned? Or perhaps there's a low heat. Maybe you can suddenly use some really wicked Originium arts. You just might actually be able to... She's just swinging it around. No, nothing. The sword is cold and hard. It's a little lighter to swing than a hammer and not very easy to control your strength with. Is there nothing else? If any part of you feels a little bit off, we should have this polished before it sees the battlefield again. It's a little rusted. It seems we can't count on the sword doing as much of a good turn and helping us fend off the threat from the shard for the time being. The Sarkaz might just think twice before they activate the shard. Right. Doctor of Rhodes Island. It is better for the sword to be under our control than any other faction. At the very least, being able to prevent it from becoming an accomplice to this war is important enough. Important enough. This is important enough. Aladale, if only I... Please don't get discouraged, Siege. Maybe you just haven't gotten the hang of it. Or it's not time yet. I'm just about done analyzing that supply line, Doctor. It's practically guaranteed that the starting point is rural Brentwood, but it's got a lot of endpoints. Aside from the munitions factory in Highbury, it's very likely they have a route that extends right underneath the shard. We found out way too late. If only we'd found out 10 days sooner, things probably wouldn't have turned out the way they have. That said, the intel about this supply route is still meaningful, Doctor. If this route is capable of the transport of heavy supplies and leads straight to the bottom of the shard, this is an opportunity for a counteroffensive. That's right. With war having broken out, there may not be a lot of guards around Therasis. Each lord of the royal court has to command their subordinates to fend off the dukes. The Liches joining the fray would be a problem. From what I know about them, they wouldn't truly pick a side. Besides, I'm sure Dame Cauchy talked to their messenger before. I just hope that they opted to follow her advice. Now, we'd best... Vina, you ought to at least bring up what happened in Norport. It's our turf that those Sarkaz assholes gutted out. Bard is still there. Bloody bastards. Instead of a counteroffensive on their supply line, we should be helping them. Calm down. We must think about the whole situation. You little twat, you think being a knight gives you the right to teach me to look at the big picture? I don't give a shite about wiping out some old Sarkaz monsters. My friends are in danger. My home is in danger. Do you want me to bloody stand aside and do nothing? No, I know you're restless, but we must consider all possibilities. I do not recommend splitting up. Until we are certain the ones who attempted to take the Realm Blade have given up. You'd best cower underground like cowards? Give me a break. We can take care of those sneaky bastards. What we have to do now is... Enough, Idra. Fine. When will the operation targeting Therasis commence? Not very soon. We need time to observe the supply line's specific situation. The shard's internal structure need to be investigated too. Therasis is powerful. Letting our guards down would only spell our doom. How long will it take more specifically? Less than half a month. I hope to put a stop to all this before he truly activates the shard. That's good enough. Dr. Serpentine, I am requesting a temporary leave before this operation. Please rest assured that I will be back before the operation is to commence. So you insist on going to Norport? I've lost enough friends already, Clavisia. I can't just do nothing over and over again. I am making this request out of my personal feelings, yes. I won't try to hide this. But at the same time, I think this is an opportunity. Before our normal operation officially begins, we can first remove certain hidden threats. For example, those who hurt Aladale and those who want the size of kings. That's without a doubt a duke, No matter what position he is planning to take, I think I should have a conversation with him. Ascalon said this already, but time is not on our side. I understand. I will handle this properly. Doctor, what do you think? Don't say anything. There are still things worthy of our attention on that plate. Right, the Sarkaz ship is very likely docked in Norport. And this also implies Teresa might be there. In this war, we will have to face her sooner or later. There is another thing. Logos mentioned to me... Emergency. The Sarkaz ambushed the Camden Borough safe house. Their forces... Ugh. Camden? What's going on? Alert, the safe house at Orkterig. Being ambushed. Damn. How did this happen? Dude, that's so bad that she's just getting played by like her dearest friend. Ugh. Well, not even her dearest friend. Someone pretending to be her dearest friend. Ugh. Feist, the safe house in Highbury is under attack. What's the situation over there? We're mounting a counter-attack and are evacuating underground. The situation's dire. It's likely that the Sarkaz have... This is not a simple annihilation. They are planning to... Eh? Granny, do you hear me? Drat, the transmission's cut off. What's going on? We have 3 safe houses under attack by the Sarkaz. Their communications have been cut off. We must back them up immediately. No, it's not just the 3 safe houses. They're about to be attacked as well. Our communications have been cut off. Get down, Doctor. Oi, oi, oi. I can't believe twat made it into the script. It's perfect. Clavisia, what's going on? How can this be? Here. This place is top secret within the Self-Salvation Corps. Logos mentioned to me that it's possible the Sarkaz have infiltrated our intelligence network. Based on the situation we now find ourselves in, I can only assume that the failure of our confidentiality far exceeds what we anticipated. It's very likely that all Self-Salvation Corps bases are under attack. We must evacuate. Where can we go, though? Go and take the logistics platform back. Everyone! The Sarkaz assault is fierce. They've had their eyes on this place for a long time, and the routes on the surface have already fallen. The mid-level buffer zone has been breached too. Doctor, the enemy is using a new Sarkaz witchcraft device. With their numbers and strength, our defense forces and Self-Salvation Corps friends won't be able to withstand this assault. Truth be told, we have no chance of winning. Robin, who's in charge of organizing defense, won't last very long. How much time can they buy us? 15 minutes. No, half an hour? That's all the time we have. Evacuate. Where are we supposed to run? There isn't anywhere safe for the Self-Salvation Corps to go in Londinium. The equipment factory's 3rd warehouse? The car park at the Four Seasons department store? Maybe Viscount of Burns' mansion? No, they're all too risky. There has to be somewhere else. If it's dangerous everywhere in Londinium, we can evacuate the city for the time being. Evacuate Londinium? But... Right, the Sarkaz supply line. We can use the supply line to Highbury and get the hell out of Londinium. We've got too many wounded men and non-combatants. Taking an underground route will help us avoid most of the fighting. But all our work in Londinium. The onslaught we are facing tells us that they simply thought they had no need to wipe us out before. Now that the war has broken out, the military commissioners started to truly see the Self-Salvation Corps as a threat. We have no time to hesitate. I need to head out immediately to back Robin up. We will try to draw the Sarkaz main force's attention the best we can to cover your evacuation. Very well. Amir, Doctor, the Self-Salvation Corps will need your assistance in this evacuation. We will never abandon our allies. Ascalon, mount a breakout. Understood. Logos, I'm here. Help Horn and her team buy us time. Rest assured, Doctor. I will guarantee your safety. Before we could finalize plans to relocate and secure our communications, the Royal Court picked the perfect time for this annihilation operation. It seems they know us better than we ever imagined. Therasis has also gotten sharper, not like when he was simply pretending. If it's certain that this place will fall, I guess it won't matter if we all go out. Logos, we will be back. You can rebuild this place. Next, we need to find the entrance to the Highbury supply route. Feist, this is where you come in. Understood. Everyone, come with me. Closure, take all the wounded and non-combatants and go with them. I'm counting on you and Shining to take care of Kaushi. What? Huh? Hey, Dr. Serpentine, what kind of sick joke is this? If I'm supposed to be a non-combatant, then so are you. You bet your ass I can beat the crap out of you. It's you who should be evacuating with the rest of them. Amir and Ascalon will make sure I'll be safe. Doctor, I won't let you get hurt. So we've got 3 teams. Horn, Misery, and Logos will lead the primary operation to resist the Sarkaz assault. Doctor, you go with Amir and Siege's gang to hold the other Sarkaz pursuers. Shining and I will follow the rest of the Self-Salvation Corps and evacuate this place without making any noise. Where are we going to meet up in the end? The small town outside Londinium. Brentwood. Alright, objective confirmed. We're now in war. It won't spare any one of us. But we also mustn't lose hope. The war has begun. Benevolent betrayal. Alright, let's see what happens here. Oh, that's why this is set up like this. Start investigating them, please. So I assume they're gonna like... Okay, they all bunch up around here. Wait, we need 14 for Siege to get deployed. Go Siege. I'm noticing this one here is not moving anywhere. I reckon this is going to be the spy, which is annoying because we put her not in that position. If they truly are just going to stand there, I'll just put her there. Oh, I didn't bring the siege with the DP generation. I brought the damage siege. Oops. Yeah, yep. So this is the tile that the spies land on. Good to know. Oh, they're invisible. Oh. Infinite duration. She's not going to be attacking anyone here, though. This is kind of a shit spot for her. So we actually probably needed a Silver Ash. Where's this guy going to go? Left side. Alright, Bybig, you got this. Damn, she takes a lot of damage, huh? Oh, they're attacking our platinum! No! Okay, we have no more archer guys, so maybe platinum survives? Maybe? Oh, you need to heal Siege, please. Oh my god, heal, 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 heal! Oh my god. We have nothing to deploy against that. No. We go again. We know what this is about now. I put you in an awful place, Platinum. Don't worry, I'll fix it. The Sussy Imposter chapter. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, we haven't deployed Santala either. I'm going to get rid of Penance. She's too expensive for this mechanic where you have reduced DP. We're going to just have to take Silver Ash so we can actually see the enemy. I'm also going to switch Siege to the DP Gen 1. Oh, is this why Ines is part of this story? Like her mechanic of being able to see invisible units? I see. Wait, why does Platinum work good here? Oh, because of the interval? Actually, yeah, that probably does work out really well. Siege, go. Boop, boop. Alright, now we'll actually get some frickin' DP from her. And then by the time this guy is revealed, we should have Silver Ash. Boom. Get revealed, idiot. Oh, the extended range does the revealing. True. Doesn't show you when you click on her. Oh, she hasn't activated it yet. Hold up. She's almost there, not quite there. So hopefully when she gets full gen, we'll be able to see what her full range looks like. Okay, it's just one extra range. That's still pretty good though. Alright, we're getting a lot of DP gen. Or at least increase of our max DP. These guys don't look like spies. Yeah, no. Let's speed it up. Why is Fear Meta so expensive? That's actually kind of crazy. Her gun does have a funny sounding sound though. Plop, plop, plop. What ability do I have on her? Continuously barrage a fixed area in front of this unit at max range. Okay. Doesn't really help us at max range because none of these are revealed yet. We're gonna get 2 that we can use it against though. Wait till they transform. And go. Damn, that's actually a satisfying ability. Wait, how long does this last? Oh, unlimited duration? Oh, is that why she's so expensive? Because she just absolutely becomes artillery at that point. That's kind of cool. I've never used Fear Meta properly because she's difficult to use properly. But that might be ridiculous damage if I can get her into a decent position. Knock, knock, knock. Come in. You're here, Golding. Latour, you know us better than I ever imagined. What do you mean? The Londinium Self-Salvation Corps. Where did you get this information from? Doesn't matter. Have a seat, Lady Golding. Please. There is no reason for you to feel anxious. War is not between you and I. Answer me, Lieutenant Colonel. I know why you came, Golding. You want to buy time. You are under the impression you have enough leverage to discuss terms. You think you can still help your friends. How regrettable. I thought you would be wiser. We had a conversation not too long ago. You said you did not want to see Londinium become the next Lingons. Take a good look around us. Take a look at the deep abyss that Londinium is plunging into. Is this the choice you made for yourself that you spoke about? Golding, didn't you rebut me on that? Correct. We are plunging toward the abyss. War has begun. War once tore apart Gaul, our homeland. What will it tear apart this time? Maybe it will be the Sarkaz. Maybe it'll be Victoria. You know how disastrous this will be. Hundreds of thousands, millions of people will bleed, die, and buried by this era. You know that better than anyone. That is correct. I know this very well, but I must also admit that it was you who opened my eyes. You made me reflect on my decision. If I had to question my conscience, I would not have cared nearly as much. Let us cast aside these hypocritical high hopes of mankind or civilization, Golding. When we were young, we talked freely of these subjects, and with nothing but admiration in our hearts, sung the praises of the outstanding men and women in history. Mankind, the master of all things. Our intelligence and bravery set us apart from wild beasts and grace these lands with this radiant miracle. But if we simply lifted our heads from the books and compare, we would realize how close their endings are to the reality before us. The same downfalls, the same rottenness, the same self-destructions. What if all those things we sing the praises of were nothing but temporary illusions? What if believing that they are eternal makes us naive? What if destruction was our true nature? You weren't so pessimistic before, Latour. Pessimistic? Golding, you're so kind with your choice of words. You describe my crazed musings as just pessimistic. I thought I warranted harsher criticism. It seems you are not as resolute as I thought you would be. I am simply exhausted. I merely started to try facing reality. It is very painful, but I have no other choice. As for the conversation we had the other day, I can now offer you a new answer. I did not choose any missions for myself, Lady Golding. I only wanted to survive the ceaseless destruction. It's pitiful and weak, insignificant and inadequate, but this is the answer I arrived at, and it is the only one I have to offer. What else can I do? You're a soldier. You should have followed orders. Whose orders should I have followed? The king is dead, the Sark has run the parliament, and each duke has his own master plan. You could have become a hero. At what cost? What if the price is not one that I can afford? When you walked into the room, did you see the eyes of the guards standing by the door? The officers under me, my comrades, and those bewildered young men. Till has 5 children. Sassen's mother has been paralyzed for 3 years, and Totten's brother has oropathy. The vampires will suck their blood dry. Bowing down would not prevent anything. At the very least, nothing has happened yet, as of today. Golding, it's my hope that you survive this as well, speaking personally. Fundamentally, you and I must just be of a kind. It's only that I have chosen to give up, while you are still standing firm. You and I are nothing alike. You asked me where I obtained the information on the Londinium Self-Salvation Corps. Very well, I shall answer you. From a cowardly teacher. What are you saying? Look at yourself, Golding. Your blunders and the tracks you left behind are owed to your cowardice and fear. Sentimental kinds have never been a good fit for intelligence work. You've known that from the start. No, it can't be. There's been a lot of chatter on my communications here. The Sarkaz ambush. The Camden Borough safe house. Their forces... Alert! The safe house at Orktorig. Hello? Can anyone hear me? This is the Magna Borough South House. We're under... No. Golding, they are dying because of you. You push them into the fire. This is what your fight brings. And for that, I can only mourn. Damn, that is brutal. Man, I wish I had Fear Meta, cool mechanic plus gorgeous skin. The skin is amazing. They did so good on that skin. There's too many men. They're all well equipped and they're working far too well with each other. Mercenaries aren't capable of this. These are military elites. Each and every one of them is bloodthirsty machine who dug his way out of 1,000 battles. Out of the way, the lot of you. Indra, watch your back. This isn't going to work. We are on the back foot right now. I will locate the position of their commander. Amir, maintain formation. Don't stop. I got it. Damn, there's more of them down this alley. Stay close, Doctor. We will cut our way through. Go forward 300 meters and take the first left. Wait, who has mind abilities? I can't remember. Is it Logos? Who's that? Hurry up. There are more ambushes on the roof. Doctor, did you hear that? That voice. Watch out for their arts. Cut through this danger zone. Hold on tight, Doctor. I can't remember who was able to do that. Left. We have to give it a shot. I hate being ordered around. Ugh, fine. "50 meters and to your right." Bloody... That's a wall there. No. Some kind of illusion, perhaps. Charge through it. Oh my god, they're running at a wall. Is this Hogwarts? Harry Potter, where you at? Well, it is England. Oh, there's no one I hate more than a sneaky bastard like you. Show yourself. That assassin of yours has already taken down the commander of your pursuers. You are safe for the time being. I said, show yourself. Her name is Ascalon, is it? Impressive. Doctor, behind me. Who are you? Please, there is no need to fret, dear Rhodes Islanders. A few of my colleagues just touched base with Alexandrina not too long ago. Alas, it did not go too well. You are the man behind Allerdale. Show yourself. I won't say it again. Please lower your hammer, Your Highness. You are merely wasting your strength. As heir to the throne, from a certain viewpoint, at least, you should have a bit more patience. You said so yourself not too long ago, that we should have a conversation. You had the Self-Salvation Corps tapped. Their evacuation plan will be successful. Do note that this is a promise, not sarcasm. Interesting. I haven't seen this design before. I don't even know who this guy is. My sincerest pleasure to meet all of you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope there yet remains room for our objectives to coexist. An Ashen Trilby? Very perceptive, Lady Isabella Montague. I should have expected no less from a scion of the Count of Manchester. Indeed, we are often referred to as the Trilbelly Ashes. Should you have the chance, please send your mother my regards. Please, there is no need for alarm, Lady Montan. Wait, is that Montague? Montag? I'm going to go with Montague. Lady Montague. I harbor no ill will against you and your friends at the moment. Is the arts gimmick you have over there a gesture of your goodwill too? I'm not fond of having conversations next to a pile of explosives. This is merely a precaution. Well then, here's a precaution too. Lower your weapon, Miss Ascalon. This is not worth it. Rhodes Island Pharmaceuticals made a series of passage and call permit requests for so-called industrial waste recycling and processing purposes, currently hiding within the territory of the Duke of Gododin. Currently 631 kilometers away from Londinium. And what if we are? Miss Amia, I surmise your recycling work is proceeding apace. You know Rhodes Island well. We do merely what must be done. You have been very careful. You charted your course and built a well-hidden supply network around your ship. You wish to avoid Victoria's attention, and you almost fooled us. Regardless of whether your intentions are good or otherwise, wouldn't you agree that discretion is the worst quality there is to a ruler? Who do you serve, Mr. Trilby Asher? If at all possible, I would say that I serve Victoria. Alas, the reality is that I serve only a small part of Victoria. This small part is more than enough to keep me well occupied, however. Which means you work for one of the dukes. If the Duke of Wellington saw us as a threat, Rhodes Island would already have been attacked. The Duke of Windermere's control has yet to reach Duke Godden's territory, not by a long shot. From what I know, the Duke of Normandy is more interested in business. Most other dukes are fence-sitters. You work for Castor. Doctor, the commander of Rhodes Island. There exists very little information on you. We were under the impression that this was due to a lack of importance. We will re-evaluate our internal appraisal. What is Rhodes Island worth to that part of Victoria you speak of? We actually do not have much of an interest in a so-called pharmaceutical company that deals in waste recycling. But your operator has a very unique background. Moreover, she possesses something important. You failed once, but you still haven't given up. This is my job, Your Highness. Let us not make things harder for each other. This sword is nothing more than a heavy rod of iron in your hands. What do you intend to do with it? Can you really cut through the catastrophe that looms above us? It is a mere tale. You cannot wield it to its true potential. What does Duke of Castor want to do with it then? To fulfill a promise. A promise. To bring her followers peace and safety. We do indeed have certain technologies that can immediately put this blade to good use, just as the size of kings once sheltered Londinium. The Duke wishes for this blade to become a turning point for unity. In that case, those who aren't on your side would deservedly be swallowed by the catastrophe. That is how it will become that turning point. Doctor, I'll make my move in 3 seconds. We must escape this situation. Our operators on the land ship are more than capable of taking care of the crisis that could soon unfold, and so we have to take this risk. 3. Oh, it's Ines. 2. Oh. 1. All of you seem pretty tense. Perhaps I came at a bad time. Right on time. Ines. Mr. Trilby Asher, you have to admit that you came well prepared. 13 small communication stations, with 4 of them triggered passively. They were set up to automatically send out orders if they don't receive your message after 10 minutes. I didn't want to venture a guess as to what orders they were meant to send out, so I took the liberty of crushing them all. I hope you don't mind. Your subordinates were very strong, even after they heard the word vampire. That said, I believe that aside from the Sarkaz royal court, there are certain others hiding in the city who would be very interested to learn of their existence. Tell me, where do you suppose I should take them? Ines, former Sarkaz mercenary. It's hardly surprising that you are still alive. We've determined for some time now that someone was behind all these little tricks around Londinium. You've done very well. We know that there is a sizable number of Sarkaz mercenaries inclined to leave the military commission's control, but we both know that does not come without a cost, don't we? Your business partner might be in fairly dire straits. Perhaps we should do a little bit more blunt, be a little bit more blunt with each other. I know you have more tricks up your sleeve, and you know we still have some trump cards in our hand. Let's stop probing each other. Your shadow tells me you are wavering. Very well. Let's make a deal. I have a tricky mission, but as you can see, I am not much for fighting and adventure. So you want someone to die in your stead? I have faith in your abilities. Certainly you have already seen the airship that is currently parked at the now isolated Norport Borough. Make your way there and get your hands on its schematics. What's in it for me? You get to live, for now. You, your friends, your allies, your wounded, and your landship all get to remain alive for the time being. This is no trouble at all to Victoria. But as for the rest of you... Deal. Oh, we're just agreeing? Okay. Sure, sure. Alright. Chapter 4. Unity is luxury. All are equal before the flames of war. Do not entrust all your hope to others and lose sight of your own strength. And we still have the allies with reduced cost limit. So we don't want to go expensive units. Oh, okay, interesting. Meta is kind of useless here. We're going to pull her out of the squad then. Let's bring in instead... Sure, Pazemka, why not? How much is Santala? I feel like I'm never deploying her. She's 32. No wonder I can't deploy her. She's so expensive. Let's bring someone a little cheaper. Iris, sure. How quick to answer, Doctor of Rhodes Island. A safe location has been sent to Alexandrina's terminal. Please stand by there. I cannot guarantee your safety for any actions you take outside of our agreement. My terminal? When did... You have some impressive talents among your ranks. That's very good. This should contribute to our common goal instead of becoming an obstacle to our cooperation. Right? Is it a Victorian thing to call threats cooperation? Regrettably, yes. Please await for our next communication. Doctor, I need to contact Closure and reevaluate the safety of Rhodes Island's communications. Until then, maintain radio silence. Of course, we also need to take care of the issues regarding the landship's cooling procedures. Thank you, Ines. Hello, Ines. Is this the first time we've met? I'm afraid not. I've lost some of my memories. I'm aware. This is our first time meeting for this version of you. Have you really lost your memories? Or is this part of your plan? What makes you ask that? Never been quick to judge, Dr. Serpentine. I can sense that you've gone through some changes. We'll have a lot of time to get reacquainted in the future. Rather than trusting verbal statements, I prefer to see things for myself. Ines, the doctor... Relax, Amir. My prejudices won't be a factor. Alexa, hello? Oh no, she's replying to me. Stop! For now. Did I even say anything close to that name? I don't think I did. The evacuation's almost complete. Good. We need to get out of here ASAP. That's Sarkaz from Rhodes Island. Is his name Logos? I thought we'd seen all the surprises Rhodes Island's fighting style had to offer, having fought alongside Misery all this time. Right. It doesn't matter who exactly he is. His cursed craft has been a great help. Huh, and he's a great darts player too. I played against him for a couple rounds. His accuracy might just be as terrifying as those arts of his. A friend of mine taught me a couple tricks before, that's all. He's no match for me in a chair sliding match, but when it comes to darts, he's not so bad. Horn, the Sarkaz forces have retreated. We should seize this opportunity. According to the plan, Rhodes Island and the Self-Salvation Corps will take the supply route, head toward the exit, and make their way to a town called Brentwood to build a new safe house there. We will regroup with them there. I suggest we charge toward the city walls. Norport Borough is gone, and even though the Sarkaz have patched up the walls, they wouldn't have had enough time to build new plates to fill the hole there. The exposed underground structure might just help us somehow. Logos! Please tell me Logos is able to tell that she's not who she is. Looks like I've met another old friend. He does! He knows who it is! Yes! The one who taught you to play darts? Regrettably, no. Unlike this old friend, my friends are loyal to one another until our deaths. Everyone, I'm afraid I still have matters to attend to within the city. Horn is more than capable of leading you outside Londinium, and my co-worker Misery will also lend you his assistance should the need arise. Understood. Stay hidden, everyone. Follow me. Or are the mountains of the past really so worthy of reminiscing? Blood and tears are nothing to be obsessed with. I must say I'm not entirely fascinated by them, but what if the mountains are the only place there is left to stay? What if only the light of glory there can give us warmth? And here I thought I'd hunted enough of you. This is the 31st Molly. You are a hard-working one, Banshee. But you prevailed nonetheless. You helped Terrasis decimate the Self-Salvation Corps. That's business. I would pry up every tile in Londinium to find the last of your hidden shards, Demazi. You yet refute the possibility of change. This has always been your choice. There they are. A little arrogant, aren't we, young Banshee? We understand change. We come from change itself. But change is merely a means to adaptation. All change has a final objective. Even before the Sarkaz found themselves in this state, we had long been walking upon the lands. Ideologies, faiths, missions, slogans, none of them can escape the sands of time. Those ideas you mistake as novel have been conceived long ago. The paths you deem noble have been paved time and again. And where are they now? And yet still before you. And that is the greatest proof. So that's sounding like this character is able to create copies of themselves and shape change those copies. So there's an original somewhere. Oh, unless he's a lich. Oh, that might explain why they're able to keep coming back. Bang. Bang, bang. Someone punching a punching bag? Phew. You should save some strength, Cater. You've eaten more than enough. Delphine has talked to you about your appetite problem already. We're much worse off than we used to be now. Relax, Bad. Things haven't completely gone to shit yet. Them devils aren't nearly as strong as they look. All they did was catch us off guard. I had a chat with Marshall from the transport union. They have a group of men over there. Once we rope in more people on our end, we might just stand a chance to defeat the Sarkaz. Just like how we joined forces with those other gangs to take the cops down. Jump them from behind, get the job done clean, pow pow bam. A couple punches, that's all it takes. The Sarkaz army isn't cops. I know, they're a force to be reckoned with. But we aren't afraid of blood. We aren't afraid of sacrifices. We'll walk over our fallen comrades and smash their faces with our fists. Like our gym's name, Slobberknocker. Marshall and I worked it out. We will definitely win. Just like those bootleg Lungman videos you collect, I'm serious, I've been around the block in Norport not much shorter than you. We need to find a way out of this mess ourselves just like before. That siege of yours just up and left Glasgow all those years ago and our turf got handed over just like that. It was you and I who racked our brains to figure out how to gain a foothold here again. This is nothing different than before. We stand together, get prepared, and beat them all up. That's how we've made it this far. It doesn't matter how things are outside. Out on the streets, we do things the street way. Next, we just gotta find ourselves the right moment. Bang, 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 bang. Looks like Delphine's back. Did old Baldy Purr finally give in? Given the circumstances, we're paying a pretty decent price. I'm sure he... What's this? Is that blood? Old Baldy Purr is dead. The Sarkaz. No, not the Sarkaz. Damn it, I have no idea who they were, but they were already at it when we got to the store. They were a bloodthirsty bunch. I saw them with my own eyes. There was this man with a crowbar, pinning another man on the floor. That man even... The situation's bad. My guess is some starving bum set his sights on Purr's shop. The idiot still had bread in his glass showcase. And it went as you expected. You can more or less guess just how many of these bums there are in this lockdown district. Bloody idiots. Whatever they have been sniffing must have finally got to their heads. I know the man with the crowbar. He's a tail hair product salesman. Always had a smile on his face. I bought from him a number of times since he gave me discounts. They aren't all that good though. I saw him just now. His eyes were deep red. There was blood on his lips. That crowbar was completely bent. I almost didn't recognize him. Fear is spreading, Kador. The transport unit guys did say there could be cowards going nuts. But how could... Oh no, now that place is getting raided. Barricade the door! What are you spacing out for? Make yourself useful. Kador, push the sofa over there. Bloody bastards. What do the lot of you want? Now piss off, we've got people alive in here. This is Glasgow's territory. Bard, watch out. A fire axe smashes through the gym's thick door and breaks open a hole. The sharp axe brushes past Baird's hair. A few strands of her hair flutter in the air. I said it already, we got people still bloody alive in here. Kador presses against the door with his body and grabs the axe, peeking through the hole back with his two hands. The man outside makes several attempts to pull the axe back in vain. I don't care who the hell you are, but get out of my sight or I'll have this axe in your brain. The axe wobbles a few times, and after a few heavy kicking sounds on the door, the man outside finally gives up, their chaotic footsteps slowly growing quieter. Your hand, your fingers. Good thing that bandages are the last thing we'll run out of in a gym. Bad, Delphine. We need to take inventory of all our resources again. I'll take down a couple sandbags to reinforce our front door. These people, have they gone mad? The citizens of Norport Borough were all upstanding men. Basically, what about the police? They were always so quick to write tickets. If I were a cop so unlucky as to not make it out of the plate in time, I would definitely have locked myself in my home with my weapon at the ready by now. I need to head on over to the transport union later. The people here still trust Marshall. Everyone listens to him. He'll find a way. Damn it. Bloody hell, the Sarkaz are still out there. These people are out of their minds. How could they... What? What should we do now? Kata said we just had to wait for an opportunity. Mr. Next Academician, are you aware of the Great Fire in Norport 15 years ago? Oh yes, I've heard. It was in the port, if I recall. Doesn't actually take very much to burn down a port. All you need is scorching hot weather, a warehouse full of wood shavings, and a cigarette butt not fully extinguished. But no one can put out a fire like that. All we can do is watch everything burn to ashes. What is she hinting at? Unity is a luxury. Okay, let's check this map out. I guess we can just put Platinum on watch duty again. They spawn these guys immediately? Wow, okay. Let's get Siege out. Oh, this guy's a ranged guy. He's probably going to kill Platinum. Actually, let's put Thorns out. Hopefully he starts attacking Thorns now. Yes, good. That is what we are after. Thorns is actually doing pretty good. He's like taking no damage. Oh, actually he's taking a bit of damage. Yeah, he has taken a bit of damage. Why did he just take so much damage from that? What? Wait, how did he... Oh my god. We got stuck on these guys because they haven't revealed themselves yet. Okay. So we got a problem of the citizens building up and not being revealed in time. Doctor. So I think we're going to get rid of our ranged, a lot of our ranged. Actually, we're just going to pull in someone cheaper, Cruz. So we're going to have Cruz and Platinum looking across the field of civilians, so hopefully they get revealed sooner. But we need cheaper melee units. Let's bring old Texas. Let's get rid of Iris. And bring in... Let's bring in Scavenger. I actually don't think we needed that much DP generation. I think I might have just gone over a bit. But it's fine. I think her block's only 1. Oh no, it blocks 2. Good.
Sguainate le spade. In attesa di ordini. In attesa di ordini.
I don't know why, but that...
In attesa di ordini.
I feel like that voice does not fit Texas at all, but... You know what? Maybe... it's fine. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to face this way. I'm not even going to try and reveal them when they're in here.
Silencio.
Silencio. We definitely need a healer on the right side. Actually, this is taking a lot of damage too. Jesus. Oh my god, Scavenger is not as tanky as I thought she was. Is Hibiscus gonna kill him? Yes! Alright, we're gonna go for Siege this time then, I guess. Oh, there's an evil one over here, but these two are friendly. Dude, this guy's first hit out of stealth. Oh, he's gonna kill Texas. Please, get him, get him, get him. One more, one more, one more, one more. Got him, nice. Pew. Alright, so now we need to just focus on getting melee units on the right side, which the next one we have is Skadi. I believe in you, Skadi. You got this. Let's put this here so we can heal everyone back here. Oh, he's gonna hit. Oh, that's fine. Cruiser's gonna get him. Speed it up. I think we've got... This is all good now. $32. Oh, we're only like halfway. Oh, does she... Oh, okay. This healer has a unlimited duration. Attack plus 40%, however, only heal allies with less than 50% HP. When allies within range fall below 20% HP, immediately heal them for 300% of choose attack. The skill ends when this effect is triggered 3 times. That's kind of cool. Emergency heals, and then if someone gets really low, they just get huge heals. So she's got one more heal, I think, before she falls back. Oh. Ow. Okay, yeah, they were allowed to pass. Good. Nice. Complete. Oh, wait. Oh, we got to reveal these last two, but then we're complete. Ah! Scavenger, help! There we go. Now complete. Frickin' civilians, man. Get them out of here. Oh, we're in a factory. These munitions, not musicians. These munitions factories are all empty. We hauled away 2 production lines and tore down the others. The situation was dire. We didn't know how long we had until the Sarkaz mercenaries caught on to what we were up to in the factories. Otherwise, we could have taken even more equipment. Highbury. This new industrial district feels rather different from the old district I was in. In Sudian, we were more like spanners hammering away to knock together everything at all costs. But there, these production lines, I don't know. Maybe you guys are more like gears, turning ever so stably day in and day out. Oh, stably? As in like stable? We're used to it. Oh no, we're used to it. That's how shocking human adaptability is. Found it. It's here. Why are there symbols carved on the collection boxes? Years ago, our workshop used these as code words to let each other know when to slack off. Never did I imagine they would one day come in handy. Looks like workers everywhere just want to catch a breather, no matter the cost. Let's see. Pato reorganized most of the self-salvation corps from the other districts. The Highbury safe house was ambushed too, but a few of the pipelines deeper into the plate that's used as rest stops weren't discovered. They should be here. Drone? Oh, it's Rock's drone. Okay. I'm back. I've marked the positions of all the Sarkaz sentries. There's not a whole lot of them. Looks like all the manpower in the city is either headed to the front lines or followed the others. Closure. I still can't say I agree with you installing your voice banks on my drones. Hey, don't forget I helped upgrade this drone of yours. Alright, enough chit-chat. I just heard from Ascalon that some of our communication systems might have been compromised by some Victorian duke. I don't really buy that they can hack us all the way through, but just to be safe, I'm going to run a whole security audit. Feist, have you confirmed where the rendezvous point is? It's confirmed. Awesome. Let's see. We may have Shining as our super bodyguard, but she still has to take care of the wounded. So avoid fighting at all costs. Got it? Got it. You guys go on ahead and make contact with the remaining Self-Salvation Corps fighters first. Clavigia and I will work on the evacuation. Let's go, Rock. Right. What's the matter? No, nothing. I was just thinking, was Highbury always this quiet? Going by the temperature in the air, there's no furnace burning in the neighborhood. That isn't a good sign. We need to act fast. We should be able to make it deeper through this maintenance access. Who's there? Oh, a worker's still here? Feist, it's me. Tommy, you're here? You should have waited for us down there. The Sarkaz army has just cleared out our safe houses. There might still be patrols up there. I know. We suffered pretty heavy losses. Day broke his arm too. Catherine gave him first aid. Not much longer until the rest of your group gets here. They should already have left. Don't worry. There's a professional doctor among them. She'll take care of his arm. Alright. Our people are all over the lower level of Maintenance Access K-13. I heard the Self-Salvation Corps are going to evacuate from Londinium. Only for the time being. We'll be back, Tommy, with the Londinium Citizens Self-Salvation Corps. It's just that we need to get our wounded somewhere safe, and there are none in Londinium. Alright. Now head on down. Catherine keeps it to herself, but we can all tell she's worried sick about you. Have you heard about what happened to Norport? Good gracious, the Sarkaz plucked the whole plate up and tossed it out of the city. I heard that flying fortress even destroyed the Duke's high-speed warship. A high-speed warship? War has broken out, Feist. I've never truly experienced it before. I used to think that joining the Self-Salvation Corps would be no different than before. I thought I'd be standing in front of the assembly line turning screws, and the only difference would be that the weapons go to you instead. This is our home. Of course, Londinium's our home too. We belong here and nowhere else, right? If you ask me, I think I've shown more than enough good faith already. Hardly unexpected. We too have noticed the Sarkaz's secret transportation network for some time now. But it's true that there are certain details that are worth getting to the bottom of, and we will continue our investigation with a focus on these areas. And I have a decent guess as to who is behind some of these events. I hope you will share the results of your continued investigation with us. Of course, just as I previously promised. Rhodes Island's response is fast. Your terminal's signals have already been re-encrypted. If the opportunity ever arises, I would love to meet your engineer, Closure. She might not like you. I must say, for a pharmaceutical corporation, your company is home to a variety of talents. That said, Her Grace has never been one to refuse new friends in lieu of making enemies. Not to mention that Her Grace and Alexandrina are related by blood. She is more than willing to care for her young relative. Please do let her know how appreciative I am of her looking out for me. Your Royal Highness, I may yet call you so out of respect, but this does not represent my position whatsoever. You can choose to call me Siege. Victoria is a heavy burden, Your Royal Highness. It is nowhere nearly as vivid and vibrant as it seems on the surface. The return of a certain person, no matter who she is or what she calls herself, is of no benefit to the nation. If under certain specific circumstances that person were to use her identity and influence inappropriately, she might even do the nation harm. That is my personal viewpoint. Then you'd best keep your personal viewpoint to yourself. I'm sure you know that my amenability of this peace between us does not equate to a tolerance of your cliches. Your Royal Highness, there is no reason for this animosity between us. I am simply following orders, and I've more than demonstrated my goodwill within the bounds of our responsibilities. Then perhaps your demonstration hasn't been very clear. That, or our definitions of goodwill are different. Wouldn't my suggestion that you should make your way to Norport count? If I am not wrong, you have a friend who is currently trapped there. I thought you would see that I am very much putting myself in your shoes as I advocate for this partnership. I am doing you a favor. My goal is to obtain the schematics. You are free to do anything else you deem necessary, including rescuing your friend. If you would offer that blade in your hand, I would even offer my personal assistance. You can save your disgusting hypocrisy. Listen, I didn't so much as want to think about what you and that Duke you work for are scheming. Stay out of my way and get out of my sight. And you better remember this. For what happened to Aladale, you and I and your master still have a score to settle. And you'd better believe it will be settled. Of course. I just got word that the Duke's special response team has already made all the preparations necessary for you to evacuate Londinium and board Norport Borough. Let us be off. Mr. Truby Asher, since the moment I first saw you, when I realized just how solid a grasp the Duke has on Rhodes Island's communications, I've been thinking. You've always been able to do this, haven't you? What do you mean? You've always known what everyone is up to, whether it's us, the Sarkaz, or the Self-Salvation Corps. It's nowhere near as simple or comprehensive as you would imagine. We've always found it very tricky to stay thoroughly informed on the Sarkaz, especially certain men of the Royal Court. Many of my colleagues have lost their lives because of this. But you've always had a good understanding of the tides. Why did you, and especially the Dukes behind you, let things turn out like this? The Casdell Regent is a formidable opponent, and my guess is, even old Wellington would admit this. The Casdell Military Commission's technology and equipment leave a deep impression. When coming from the executor of a Victorian Duke's will, this just sounds like sarcasm. Based on our analysis, Therasis may be formidable, but his strength alone is not enough for Victoria to fall to such lows, where it finds itself at the mercy of others. And now I get it. You chose to do nothing. You simply watched as the flames of war engulfed your country. Amir, the little leader of Rhodes Island. How old are you? 15, 16? You are still a child, even. You despise blood and war, but let me clarify this. We're not very fond of these things either. But to us, the objective of war is never war itself. War is an extension of politics. The Sarkaz needs a war to unite themselves, and Victoria doesn't necessarily lack the need for one. However, around whom we unite is worthy of discussion. And for just that, This is very important. It is far more important than you could imagine. War is cruel, suffering and death follow in its wake. It exposes our barest, truest forms to one another. It tears off all disguises. At certain stages of history's ever-forward march, we need this kind of honesty. All of us do. Oh, I thought he was taking this in a different direction. I thought he was talking about the need to rally a country's people under the one banner to fight an enemy. And the only way to do that is to fight an enemy, a common enemy. But then he's gone into this other thing where he's like, people need to see the honesty of who they are, which I wasn't quite expecting. Now make your preparations, Rhode Island. It is time for us to depart. Because I 100% see what he's talking about with the rallying under one banner. Oh no. Molly, they caught you too. The Tour, she's just a teacher. The children in school still need to be cared for. You've already destroyed what you came to destroy. Must you drag even more innocents into this mess? You're here, Your Excellency. The Banshee came looking for trouble with one of us again. I'll send a unit to provide support. No need. Taking a walk with him isn't so bad. You should go to the old Red Eye. He just opened a new bottle of wine waiting for you, and we have already grown tired of his stories of yesteryear. You're a much better listener than us. Understood. Please pardon me, then. You... Golding's throat has never felt this dry. The person in front of her looks and acts exactly the same as the Molly she remembers, down to the tiniest movements. She is always frowning a little, watching every move of the mischievous children. At supper time, she would hand out bread to everyone and chastise anyone who hasn't washed hands. Her expression is the same as ever, but for some reason, the drop of sweat dripping down Golding's back seeps into her clothes. Lance scratched his thumb again yesterday, but don't worry, I've put on some ointment. He was always such a handful. What are you... The teacher has made it back to the school already. She will take good care of the children, I'm sure. How about a chat? Relax, it's just a chat. If you still don't feel comfortable, we can continue to use the identity of the owner of this appearance around you. Why don't we talk about the weather first? Or perhaps the children's studies? There is the play too, Lady Golding. Merely thinking about it brings tears to my eyes. The children have all grown up so big in just the blink of an eye. Enough! Stop talking to me like you're Molly. Stop using that face, you monster. What do you want? Would you like a cup of tea? Latour has pretty fine taste, and his tea here is exquisite. We finally have a satisfying outcome for all the missions Theris has handed us. Now we can take a short break. How long have you been around me? Not as long as you think. Can we skip the boring work talk, though? It's break time right now. We want to do something that we are truly interested in. For example, we want to know what you think about this era and your conclusions around all this. I don't understand. You use me to destroy the Self-Salvation Corps. I should have no more value to you anymore. Damn it. I handed all this out myself. Don't blame yourself. This is no big deal at all. We had all kinds of ways to locate the Self-Salvation Corps stronghold. You're not the only lead we have. This may sound a little hurtful, but you aren't even the most important one. But we do indeed have a little bit of interest on you. We enjoyed your work and chatting with you. So, let's have a chat together. There's nothing more to this, it's just a conversation. We've had conversations like this many times, with countless of identities, with countless others. But we are still confused. We still don't want to give up any chances that could lead to an answer. Lady Golding, how do you think we should live? What does that mean? How do you think we should live? Just live, bruh. Alright, I think that might be a good stopping point. So we got to chapter 4. We will continue this later. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to continue going through the story tomorrow, because I'm not here in the afternoon. Or the night, I guess. So I'm considering doing a morning or midday stream, but I'm also thinking that might be a bad idea. So maybe there's just going to be no stream tomorrow. Instead, we will likely pick this up on Monday, Monday night, usual time. And I think we may be able to complete it Tuesday night. And then, yeah, then we'll be somewhat almost caught up. Then we just have to play through episode 13, and then we're ready for the next chapters to be released, or the next episodes to be released. I do. This has been really interesting though, because what have we had? We've had 2 episodes of kind of build up, right? Of things being set in place, and like the character we were just talking to that took the form of Molly, and was siphoning off information about the hideouts and all that. That was all build up of like the last episode. But now it's feeling like things are starting to have payoffs, which is really cool to see. So yeah, it seems we're going to try and get these schematics from the airship. Get the airship schematics. I imagine Ines, that's what the trailer's about. Ines gets the schematics and then she jumps out of the airship to escape. So I expect we're probably not actually going to destroy the airship this episode. I bet you we destroy it very early on in episode 13 though. But that's something to figure out at a later date. Ah, cool. Nice. That is where I'm going to call it. Thank you all for watching. And I shall catch you guys next time. Cheers. See you later.